Everyone thinks the NFC Ring Horizon is the sleek, futuristic key to unlock your phone, doors, and even payments. Stop. Here is the thing, it is not that magic key because passive NFC rings have real-world limitations most people never hear about. In 3 weeks of daily testing, I found inconsistent reads on certain phones, smart lock compatibility is hit or miss, and forget about tapping to pay. But here is what surprised me, used the right way, it is still a clever tool. And the gap between marketing and reality is exactly where most buyers get burned. So before you hit buy now, let me show you what really happens when you live with the Horizon every day. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you are already curious and want the best current price, I dropped my link below. But stick around because what I found might change how you use it and whether you should even buy it. I wanted a minimalist, always-on shortcut I could wear. No battery, no charging. I imagined tapping my phone at the gym to start a workout timer, sharing my contact card at conferences, even enrolling it as a backup on my office NFC reader. I had tried key fob tags, which worked but bulged in pockets, and cheap rings that looked like costume jewelry and read poorly. I was hopeful but skeptical. The Horizon's pitch of a premium ceramic build and improved red performance had me thinking this could finally be the wearable trigger I would forget I was wearing. The stakes for me were simple, less friction in daily routines. But the last time I trusted NFC hype, I ended up with a drawer of tags I rarely used. I needed this ring to be reliable, not just cool. Testing started with phones. On iPhone 14 Pro and 15 Pro, I programmed the ring with an NFC shortcut to log a workout. Result, it only triggers when the screen is on and the phone is unlocked. No, it does not bypass Face ID. Success rate with a slim MagSafe case hovered around 70% on day 1 because the sweet spot is tiny near the top edge. But then I learned the angle and pressure, ditched a thicker case, and saw 90 to 95% consistency by week 2. On a Pixel 7 and Galaxy S23, reads were faster, but again, cases mattered. Read distance was about 5 to 10 millimeters at best. Visual cue, I will show the overhead tap zone maps on each phone so you can see where it actually works in the real world. Next, contact sharing. I wrote a vCard link to the ring using NFC tools and the NFC Ring app. Capacity on my unit was 888 bytes, enough for a compact profile and URL. At a networking event, 8 out of 10 people with modern Android phones got it instantly. But then we hit the enterprise wall. 2 corporate iPhones with background NFC disabled did nothing until they opened the camera and tried a QR fallback. Hidden issue nobody mentions, you are at the mercy of the other person's settings and NFC coil placement, which kills the vibe when you are demoing a magic ring. I will overlay a quick side-by-side of tap speed versus a plastic NFC card. The card won by a hair because it is easier to aim. Smart locks were the biggest reality check. If your lock supports generic ISO 14443A tags and lets you enroll a tag UID, the ring can work. I enrolled it on a test reader in the studio and it unlocked fine, but then I tried a gym turnstile that runs 125 kHz, not NFC, no dice. A friend's office door expected a MIFARE classic card, again, incompatible. The Horizon, like most modern NFC jewelry, uses NTAG21X type tags. Great for NDEF data and shortcuts, not a universal key for legacy access systems. If you want it for doors, you must confirm the lock spec first. Durability and daily wear. Ceramic is wonderfully scratch-resistant and hypoallergenic. I wore it through showers, dishwashing, and a 20-minute swim. No issues. I bumped it against a granite countertop and it survived. But then I caught a few hairline scuffs on the inner finish after lifting with knurled barbells. It did not crack, yet I would not call it indestructible. Also, sizing matters. A snug fit improves read reliability, but rings can swell your finger slightly in heat. Visual note, I will show a sizing overlay and the difference in read consistency with snug versus loose fit, programming and security. Writing NDEF records was easy. I set up a business card profile, a tasker trigger on Android, and a link to a smart home scene. You can set a password to protect rights, but here is what nobody tells you. The tag's UID can be skimmed by any reader in close proximity, and NFC tags are not secure elements. Do not store passwords or anything sensitive. If you lock the tag to prevent changes, you cannot easily undo that later. It is a convenience tool, not a security token. Here is the twist. My most surprising finding is that performance depends more on your habits than the hardware. Once I learned my phone's NFC hotspot and ditched thicker cases, the Horizon went from annoying to almost invisible. After 3 weeks and roughly 50 taps per day, the muscle memory was real. As a one-tap shortcut to log workouts, start a focus mode, or share a link, it is slick. As a universal key or payment ring, number compared to alternatives, a flat NFC card or watchband tag is cheaper and often more reliable for other people to read, but the ring is the most discreet for your own phone triggers. If the price is reasonable and you accept its limits, it works. If marketing made you think you would tap to pay or open every door, you will be disappointed. Bottom line, do not buy the Horizon to replace your wallet. Buy it to replace one small, repetitive tap. Now that you know the real use case, get the right size and check your lock or phone compatibility before you pull the trigger. Popular sizes and finishes sell out and knockoffs read worse. I have a link in the description with the best current price and sizing tips. Verdict: if you want a discreet, battery-free trigger for phone automations, quick links, or a digital business card, the NFC Ring Horizon can be great once you learn your phone's sweet spot and keep your case slim. If you expect contactless payments, universal door access, or effortless reads by strangers, skip it. Tinkerers and shortcut lovers will smile. Everyone else should grab a simple NFC card or watchband tag. Bottom line: you should not buy the Horizon to do everything, buy it to do one thing effortlessly.